Zdravo.
Hello, wie geht's?
Buongiorno.
Hello, how are you?
Olá, tudo bem?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Preply. Preply is an online language learning marketplace connecting tutors to hundreds of thousands of learners in over 180 countries worldwide. More than 35,000 teachers teach over 50 languages, powered by a machine learning algorithm that recommends the best tutors for each learner. Hit the link in the description box for access to 30% off your very first language lesson. That is 30% off your very first language lesson. Thank you, Preply. Now back to the show. All right, guys, welcome back to the Defying Podcast. JJ is on his way here right now. He's dropping someone off, but we're going to go ahead and get started. You know, Alex is here. Hold on. I'm sorry. JJ's usually doing this stuff, you know, but it's all good. Hey, what's going on, brother? How are you doing?
Good, and you, brother?
Good, man.
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year. Second podcast of 2024. That's recorded. We dropped the Landon one a little bit late, but it's all good. So today, guys, we are going to be doing our immediate reactions to UFC 297. And I think we both said a little bit earlier. I mean, didn't really live up to the hype, if I'm being completely honest. But there were a lot of great fights, and then there were a lot of good action. So we're obviously going to talk about that. Since JJ isn't here right now, we're going to do the card from the bottom. We usually do it from the top to the bottom. We're going to do it from the bottom to the top because by the time it gets here, then we can talk about the main card and the co-main event, the main event, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead. We'll start with the early prelims, and you didn't watch them, right?
No.
So Alex and JJ did not watch the early prelims. I missed the very first fight, but it was Malcolm X Gordon versus Jimmy Flick, and it ended in a second round submission. I didn't see it, so I can't really speak on that. But the second fight, Jasmine, her last name is hard. Jasmine Javis. This is a Lithuanian last name. You can probably pronounce it properly. Javisius.
Jesus Davicius.
Jasmine Jazz versus the person's name isn't even up there. It was that one chick that she's kind of known as like a dirty fighter. I forget her name. She missed weight too, but it doesn't matter because she lost, right?
Yep.
So Jasmine Javisius, I'll just call her Jasmine. Jasmine like beat the shit out of her for 3 rounds straight.
Really?
Like she was literally because the other chick, I don't want to actually. No, I don't know her name, and I'm sorry for who are you. I don't want to disrespect you like that, but like, hey, I don't know her name. It's not popping up on Google. So, but she was pressuring her a lot. Like she was just bum rushing her forward, pressure, throwing jab cross. Jazz just ducked under, did a double leg, and kind of controlled her completely for the first round. It was on top of her. She was going through a lot of submission attempts, and then she just found her rhythm towards the end of the round. It was throwing a lot of ground and pound.
Okay.
And then second round, similar situation. She was being the other girl was pressuring her a lot. Jazz was standing with her a little bit more this time. She was throwing a couple of jabs. She dropped her. And then if I'm not mistaken, Jazz also got dropped. But at one point she hit her knee. I don't know if she slipped or what. I have to look back on it. She might have gotten dropped. And then the other girl went in again to throw another punch while she was down. And that's when Jazz went in for a single leg and then took her down again. And then it was the same thing. She beat the fuck out of her on the ground. Like literally it was ground and pound, elbows, punches. I'm actually shocked the referee didn't stop that fight a lot sooner because even though she was moving around and the shots she was hitting her with weren't like the most damaging in the second and first round, but she wasn't answering her. It was like by the third round, she had like over 200. It was like 200 and something significant strikes to 3. It was crazy. It was like, and then the third round, the same thing. She had a lot of submission attempts again in the second round too, but she didn't. The girl, she was called, I know her nickname is the zombie chick or something like this. She kept coming back, like was fighting off the submissions. Third round, same thing. Took her down, beat the piss out of her. Final minute, she finally gets the Darce choke, and then she tapped out. Her neck was like, she was cranking the shit out of her neck. And so congratulations to Jazz. She was one of 2 female Canadian fighters, and she got the job done. And it was a really exciting fight to watch. She's always getting better. She's really improving. And the camp that she comes out of, Niagara top team, I want to say. It's a really wrestling heavy gym, so she did really well.
Nice.
And then now we have, after that fight was Sam Patterson versus Johan Liens. I don't know. You can pronounce that? Johan
Johan Lanus.
Lanus. Johan Lanus. This one was a pretty quick fight. I don't know. They had a couple exchanges. Johan cracked Sam really hard early on, and then Sam just made an adjustment and got him to the ground really quickly, and then just locked up a rear naked choke. There's really not much to it. He was coming off of a loss, I know that, and he moved up a weight class. Sam Patterson. I don't really know too much about the guy. I think
he lost against Ange Losa.
Was it? Yeah, he got knocked
UFC,
out, right?
In UFC Paris.
Okay.
Like from the guy from Kill Cliff, I think.
He lost by knockout, right?
Submission. Decision.
Decision.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know why. I made him think of someone else.
But he was getting beat.
He was getting beat up the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, because he moved up a weight class now, and he says he's feel better as a welterweight. He said he's a lot bigger. So, yeah, look out for this guy, Sam Patterson. All right. On to the prelims. And you saw this. You saw the prelims,
Yeah.
right? All right. So, first fight of the prelims, our girl Jillian Robertson. Let's go, the Savage. She's been on the podcast before, and I said this to her a long time ago, and I said it to her on the podcast. I do think before her career is said and done, she will be a champion. I've seen her train behind the scenes. She is really good. Like, honestly, she's a special talent, and I see her going really far. She's at her ups and downs in the UFC, but I think she's starting to find her rhythm now, and she's gonna. I have no doubt in my mind she'll be a UFC champion for sure. Pauliana Viana, who is a smoke show. She's fucking hot, but she
They're just chicks.
yeah. Oh, JJ likes her. Oh man, we gotta wait till we'll bring this fight back up. Yeah, she's beautiful, and she's actually a really good fighter to her own account. But she had no answers for Jillian on the ground. Just the thing with when Jillian's striking catches up to her jiu-jitsu, she's gonna be the best. Like, it's just no one can hang with her on the ground. I mean, a couple people can for here and there, but
she's nasty. Bro.
She's nasty, and her ground, she wasn't even trying to submit her. She was just beating the fucking shit out of her. Fucking 2 rounds of just nasty ground and pound. And Pauliana didn't have anything for her. She was just like covering up. She was moving here and there, but
she couldn't do anything.
There was literally nothing she could do. Jillian was a wet blanket on top of her, and she was just elbowing and punching her head off. And you know what I mean? Congratulations to Jillian.
Yep.
And we'll hopefully we can get her on the podcast again one day. And then the next fight. All right, this fight was a fucking banger. Ramon Tavares versus this is another Eastern European name, the Ukrainian name.
Sari Side.
Yeah, Sari Side. Yeah, that was a fucking banger. So these two guys fought on the Contender Series not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
It was like I think late last year they fought in the Contender Series. It ended in controversy. But then now they got to settle the score, and man, that was a crazy ass fight. 3-round banger, blood, war. What'd you think about it?
For me, that is the real fight of the night.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah.
I don't know what you said. What happened?
I think one of them missed the way. I don't know which one, but I know one of them missed the way.
I think it was Ramon Tavares.
The
Tavares.
winner, yeah.
He missed weight because he was talking about it on his post-fight speech.
So that's why they didn't get it. The fight of tonight.
Damn.
Because that was the
I
real
would
fight
be
of-
so pissed, bro. That would be
50K just like this.
50K, bro. You should have made weight because that was a great fucking fight.
Bro.
Honestly, like that was like a Hall of Fame fight. They were fucking going to war.
Great head movement and all this, and even Sida with the nose broken.
Yeah,
only
it was
coming
still
forward.
going.
He was coming forward like 2 and 3, just coming forward. That's crazy.
Personally, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he won the fight.
To
I
be
thought he
honest-
won round 2 and 3, and he might have won round 1. To be honest, it was close.
It was a close fight. They could end up in a draw again. Like,
Did you think Tavares won the first round and then CD
I
won?
think yeah, because he knocked like the knockdown at the end and all this.
But was it like a draw in the sense that you thought the third round was a tie? Or which round would I thought
to be
CD
honest,
won
you
the
know
second
why?
round
I
fight
thought
decisively.
like they could end up in a draw because even if he was coming forward,
Mm-hmm.
Tavares was landing the cleanest shot all the time.
More damage.
More
Okay.
damage.
Okay.
And he broke
Okay.
his nose.
Yeah,
in
he
the
was bloody
second,
mess. He was a bloody
and
mess.
So even if he was coming forward,
Oh, JJ's calling me.
yeah, JJ's coming.
Hello.
I'm here, bro.
All right, I'm gonna come get you. Did you bring the? Oh fuck! I was gonna say something funny, but all right. 1 second, guys. 1 second.
He bring his dildo.
I was gonna say something gay. Yeah, we're going. We went through the card from bottom to top. So. Oh, nice.
Hola.
Oh, excuse me. All right.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
All right. JJ's back. Get the thingamajigger. All right, we went through a few fights in the card.
We're talking about the real fight of the night.
Your real fight of the night. Let's backtrack
good,
a little
good,
bit.
good, good.
The early prelims we talked about that, so let's backtrack because apparently your girl is Pollyanna Viana.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
baby.
damn.
That's my baby.
She's a nice, but our girl Jillian did her dirty, bro.
She
Fucked
did,
her the
she did.
Fucked her up,
She
bro.
did.
God damn.
We
But-
did. Damn, yeah, Jillian did mess her up.
Worked her ass up, bro.
She's
Like,
still my baby though.
hey, it's all right. It's all right. She is hot though, Pollyanna. She's fucking hot,
Yeah,
man.
She got that pain tattoo.
Whew. But anyway, now we were on the CD versus Tavares fight, and like the bantamweights.
Yeah.
That was a good fight. We were saying like I thought CD won, and he was saying he thought it might have been a draw. What did you think?
Yeah, I would agree with the draw more. Than
Really?
anything.
Okay.
Yeah, because I thought he had the better movement,
Mhm.
head movement. I mean, at least a
Mhm.
lot of those punches that he was eating, he was rolling a lot. He was rolling a lot with them.
Mm.
But the ones that were laying clean, obviously they landed clean. But I looked at the damage on the other guy.
Yeah, the damage
You
was
know,
there.
it's
The
like-
damage was there. His nose is fucked up.
But
I
he
just,
did keep the forward pressure, so that was
my thing. In the third round, he was still going forward. And one thing he really did well throughout the whole fight, he was cutting off the cage. He was cutting off the cage and cutting
Yeah,
Tavares off. But
But he
Tavares was landing the more.
Tavares had good foot. Like he was moving good on his feet. The first 2 rounds, like
Yeah.
going left, right, cutting angles.
Head movement,
Head
like
movement was
really.
looking real good. That's why he wasn't really able to touch him. But towards the end, fatigue hits everybody, so
Yeah.
you can't move as much. And then the pressure started. He started cooking up that pressure. But I was surprised with the way he just stayed in there. Like like
Mhm.
his nose got busted up. But he still just kept
Bro,
coming forward.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That fight, had it been on the Contender Series, I have to look this up. It was because it reminded me of a Contender Series fight. It
Yeah,
was.
they fought in the contender.
I know they did, but okay, that's exactly. Right. I just wanted to take the time out to thank our new sponsors, We Hate Clubs. We Hate Clubs is a brand which was developed with the idea that people should live outside of their comfortable spaces, leaning into music, art, photography, parties, and fashion. We Hate Clubs is built to function as something greater than oneself. Make sure to follow We Hate Clubs on Instagram if you're in the Chicagoland area. Now back to the show. Exactly. I know they fought in the Contender Series, but after they fought in the UFC officially now, but had that fight been on the Contender Series, it reminded me of a Contender Series fight. It was Austin Arnett versus Brandon Davis. That fight was a fucking banger on the Contender Series. And then they both got a contract, ended up in the UFC, but they're not in the UFC anymore. But I'm just saying that when I was watching it, it just reminded me of that fight. I'm like, had this been on the Contender Series, that would have been that sort of fight. Like the blood, the fucking, and the footwork, the movement, everything. But moving on to a fight that broke my heart. Charles Air Jourdain versus Sean the Sniper Woodson. Man, when that decision got read, because I bet on Charles Jourdain. So then when the decision got read and Charles was like, yeah, I'm like, let's go. And then it was like, nah, Woodson won. I was like, fuck, man. That shit fucked me up. I was pissed. But I did think that Woodson won the fight.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I did think that, but it was close. It could have went either way. Like, but if I'm being honest, I did think Woodson won. It wasn't the most exciting fight, but man, Woodson's just so tall and lengthy for that division that Charles just had a really hard time getting to him. Like, he just had the hardest time. He couldn't take him down. That motherfucker, I'm not trying to roast his ass because he'll beat the fuck out of me. But bro, his head, I think his head is so big that it was like balancing his ass.
He reminded me of, you ever watch Beowulf?
Yeah.
The Grendel? He reminded me
Yo,
of Grendel, bro.
this motherfucker, like Charles Jourdain, like was trying to take him down. So all he has to do was like lean forward a little bit, move to the side. The weight of his head would counterbalance the takedown. I don't know, man.
That was his legs, bro. He just has such
He's long
long
as
limbs.
fuck, bro. Like,
he was throwing body shot even
yeah,
without going
imagine,
down.
bro. Like, he was literally trying to take him down. He's hitting him with body. He wasn't even doing any of the proper wrestling.
He wasn't
takedown.
sweating.
Nothing, bro. Like, this dude's gonna be a problem, man. Sean Woodson, he's just like so long. Like,
Looks like
he has an
Avatar.
abnormal body. Like, it's weird. He's really good, man. And his boxing, you know what's crazy? How he mixed, because this dude used to be a boxer, and the way that he transitioned into MMA, he made his boxing style work for MMA.
Yeah.
And he's looked really phenomenal in the UFC, especially against a guy Charles Jourdain. He's one of my favorite fighters in the division, so he got a good win over him. So kudos to him, man. Moving on, we had the featured prelim of the night. Oh, is it too close?
You meant loud on it.
Damn. The featured prelim on the night, Brad
Flying to
Katona
red.
versus Garrett Armfield, which I missed this fight a little bit. I didn't really watch. I watched I missed the first round of this fight, and I saw the second and third round, and they were throwing like bombs the whole time. It looked like Garnett was just kind of pressuring him, giving a lot of strikes, and then I saw Brad kind of had a lot of takedown attempts, but none of them really landed. What do you guys think of the fight? I was in and out of this fight. I really wasn't paying attention too much.
I was just coming forward.
Who was?
Garrett
Just
Armfield.
let me see his name. Yeah, Armfield. Yeah.
Armfield, yeah. Was he coming forward a lot? What did you think, JJ? I can't really speak too much on this
So
fight.
to be honest, like it was just like.
Was it a boring fight?
No, not really, but like just coming forward, doing stuff, and
Yeah.
defending like the takedown from the other guy, and that's it.
Okay.
Smart fight. That's it.
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
much to.
It
do.
wasn't
won that?
crazy,
Who
yeah.
won that?
Armfield.
Armfield.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just coming forward and do smart.
Yeah, I didn't
fight,
pay
like-
much attention to that fight either.
Yeah, I don't know what honestly I don't remember what the fuck was happening. I just didn't pay attention.
I
for
remember I was
some reason.
watching somebody on live on Twitch. That's what I was
That's
doing.
fucked up. I actually was really excited for this fight because Brad Katona, he's been in the UFC before and he's the first person to win the Ultimate Fighter 2 times. So like I was kind of excited for the fight. I wanted to see him, but I can't recall what happened. I don't know.
Yeah, styles make fights.
Styles make fights.
And I like him though. He's like a smaller GSP, I think.
Who?
Katona.
Really?
I always saw him as like a small version of GSP, like
Interesting
well rounded
take.
everywhere.
All right.
But
All right. And then now on to the main card, which this fight, I'll go the first fight. I thought would have been fight of the night before the card started. I thought this was going to be fight of the night. Arnold Allen versus
LVF.
Motsov Elviv. Motsov Elviv. This guy's a problem too, man. This dude's like a fucking zombie. He just doesn't die. Like he doesn't get tired. I think he's on steroids, man. I'm not gonna lie. This motherfucker does not get tired. Like it was just weird. Like how can you shoot this
Bro,
much?
Russian.
Like what the fuck?
that's all they do, bro.
I've seen this dude be in so many submissions. You saw when he fought Diego Lopez last time. He was in so many submissions. Didn't tap. Does he
That's
not
what I
feel pain?
remember
What the
him
fuck
from.
is this dude on? Like
Russian.
he's Russian, bro. I don't know, man. He's on some shit. I'm telling you, he's gonna get popped one day. Cause look at it, bro. My man's was fucking throwing so many punches, so many takedown attempts. Arnold Allen Granby rolled like 1,000 times. This motherfucker was on him the whole time, and Arnold Allen's a beast. So
He's a wrestler, bro. He's chain wrestling.
It was-
That's what they used to.
I don't know, man. That shit. I'm talking shit though. That was a good fight though. It was a good fight. I mean, it wasn't like as exciting as I thought it was gonna be, but to Arnold Allen credit, he didn't get finished. He was going forward a lot. especially in the third round. He really knew he needed to finish because he was down 2 rounds and he was going
he
for
should.
it
I feel like he should have just fought that way
the whole
the
time.
whole time.
I mean, you got a Russian motherfucker that's, not
He
gonna,
was too calculated.
this guy translated American Top Team
beginning.
too.
Yep.
He's really good. He's really good. I saw when I've seen him fight a lot. He just doesn't give up. So he has this weird. I don't know, man. I think he might be on some juice, man. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be. I'm just
You're
hating.
not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I could be hating, but hey,
As Nate Diaz say, everybody's on.
everyone's. I
steroids.
think a lot of people are on steroids, to be
Everybody,
honest.
man.
Anyway, middleweight division, we had Chris Curtis versus Marc Andre. I can't pronounce it. You're
Barrio.
French. Barrio. Okay. Mark, the power bar, who also trains down here in South Florida, right?
Yeah, that's my boy.
You know him, right?
Yeah, of
So, what'd you think? This fight was also supposed to deliver. Didn't really deliver. This whole card was supposed to deliver. Didn't really deliver. But this fight in particular really wasn't that exciting, to be honest. I thought Chris Curtis won personally too, and it just kind of a boxing match, honestly.
I think to fight like Chris Curtis, you have to fight in
Smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that motherfucker is like
He likes the brawl.
like
Yeah.
the brawl. So
Yeah.
if you go on that way, you finish.
Mm-hmm.
So and you saw it like when you even on the in the third one when they start like really to have the hands fight,
Mm-hmm.
he was looking good like because that's his fighting stuff.
Right,
Like,
right.
In Vegas they only do that. So, but the beginning, Mark, I think the idea of getting into that fight was to stick to the plan, just be smart, not going to this because you never know with his like weird stance.
Yeah.
You never know what he can do. So I'm kind of I'm sad for Mark, but
He'll be back.
He's gonna be back, and he's not like a big lost or something like. But
Yeah, it wasn't a crazy fight, but Marc Andre's really good as well. So it sucks to lose in your hometown. That's like, or not, it's not his
Yeah.
hometown, but the country. You know what I mean? And I don't know. For me personally, this fight was like super hyped up, so I was like thinking it was
Yeah.
gonna be. But you're right. You can't fight Chris Curtis the way Chris Curtis wants you to fight him. You have to be a lot smarter, and you have to be
Yeah, no.
calculated. And that's what he was attempting to do. It just didn't work out for the guy. So yeah, hey, it is what it is. Next fight on the card was Neil Magny versus Mike Malott. Oh
I
my
wanted Manny
God.
to win, bro.
Neil Magny's a motherfucking beast, bro. Like, he's still going strong. He has the most wins in the welterweight division. He's been in the UFC for a really long time. He's seen 3 different eras. He's been in during the sponsorship era, the Reebok era, and now the Venom era. So he's one of the few guys that's still going strong. And, man, I'm not going to lie. I thought Mike Malott was going to beat him. I picked Mike Malott to win this fight. And Mike Malott was winning the fight for
Till
3
the-
rounds and in 4 minutes until he made one mistake. You cannot make a mistake like that against Neil Magny because as badly as he was losing, Neil Magny has heart and he does not give up. And he beat the shit out of him at the end of that round,
he
man.
couldn't even stand up.
He
at the
couldn't
end.
even stand up, bro. He was just and Magny capitalized on that position. He's like, you know what? He made a mistake. I'm gonna capitalize right here and just let down some relentless ground and pound. And man, that was crazy. JJ, what'd you think?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, I didn't know who the other guy was.
Mike Malott, he's a
I didn't know
hot
who he
prospect,
was.
man. He was
He was 10-1 or something.
yeah, he was undefeated in the UFC, I believe.
Yeah, till that fight. And
Yeah.
he looked good up until that point with Neil Magny. He's just a veteran, bro. You can't make any mistakes with somebody who's been in UFC.
And I'm happy for
with
Magny.
everybody. But
Yeah.
I'm happy for him.
yeah, that was a
Especially after the whole Ian Gary shit.
yeah. Ian Gary tore his ass up in the sense of like talking about his family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's crazy. And then but yeah, Mike Malott, he's really good too. Like I knew about him because Waggy was telling you he used to coach at not American Top. He had
Team Alpha?
not Team Alpha. Yeah, Team Alpha Male, exactly. He used to coach Team Alpha Male. Then now he's back at Niagara Top Team. So I mean, yeah, it's not the end for him though. He lost one fight. He made
Yeah.
one mistake and he was doing really well. So no doubt in my mind he'll be back. Now, the co-main event. Man, I'm not gonna lie. This fight sucked. This is just really fucking boring. Nothing happened. Congratulations to Raquel Pennington. I mean, I'm really happy for her. 15 years in the making. She's been in the UFC for a long time, like she was saying. She deserves the belt. She's been in there for she's fought damn near every single person in that division, and she's had a lot of good looks. And she did her thing. She won, and congratulations to her. Mayra Bueno Silva. I mean, she just didn't deliver. She's a really good fighter too. Like she has a lot of good attributes that can contribute to her style, but maybe she got fast tracked to the title shot. Maybe it was a lot too much for her. She gassed out round 4. So I don't know. You good, JJ?
She was looking emotional, like
JJ, what's going on? It's like, but
she was looking emotional. He didn't say me. He was
I thought you said JJ was looking emotional. What? I was like, damn, bro.
She was looking emotional.
She was.
Even from the beginning, like at the moment she entered in the octagon, bro.
Before, like on the walkout, she was like about to cry.
Really? Like
I think maybe the moment.
Got to. It's a lot. It's a lot. Your first.
And Raquel Pennington, she got to listen to her. She just don't listen to her coach.
Yeah.
Her coach told her, you trust your
hands. Stop clenching with her.
Trust your hands, like, and every time she did, she was landing good combos, but then she was smothered and tried to get clinch up. So yeah, but congrats to her. She did a good job.
Yeah, it was one of those boring, like one of those. I hate when. I mean, I get it. You got to win. You want to win, and that's the whole point of the fight is to get the dub. Fuck what the fans think. Get the dub.
Yeah.
But it's from a fan perspective when they're just up against the cage and then they're just punching. It's like kind of boring, There was a lot of transitions where I think either fighter could have done a lot better job. But at the end of the day, I'm not in the cage with them. No one knows what it feels like being in there. You don't know what it feels like until you're there. So maybe something went wrong. You could break a toe. No one knows. It sucks. So congratulations to Raquel Pennington. And then we had the main event. I am sad to say I fell asleep. The fucking co-main event made me fall asleep, bro. I saw like the first half of the first round. I dozed off. I woke up third round for like a minute, dozed off, and then I woke up in the last minute of the 5th round, which was crazy, the last minute. So I can't really speak on it. What do you guys think? It won fight of the night, so it must have been decent. I don't know.
I thought it was a decent fight, especially in the beginning. Sean Strickland looked so sharp with his jab. And his reaction to everything was looking so good. And Dracus was not touching him up until round 3, maybe at the end of round 3.
Really, Strickland just whooping his ass, or it was just
he was teep kicks, jabs, teep kicks up the middle,
checking all the kicks.
He was checking every kick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was looking really good.
Duplessis was missing just about every punch. Would would glide right out of the way. Only until. Only until he got that cut actually was he started landing his right hand more, and it was the cut over the left thigh
of Strickland.
That's when he started landing in the round 4, round 5. But I still gave round 5 to Strickland. I'm not gonna lie.
Really,
round 5 to Strickland.
I only really kind of saw the last minute.
I thought it was 2-2 coming to the end, but I don't think it's a robbery. Either way,
it was a split decision, yeah.
Because people are like, "Oh, it's a blatant robbery and crap."
Everyone says that.
But I'm just like, nah. If they gave it to Strickland, I wouldn't have said anything. If they gave it to Duplessis, I'm like, yeah, he did. I think he did enough. It was even enough, in a sense, like he started like that pressure started adding up against Strickland because he was backing up. In the first round, they were like in the middle, both together, fighting each other. Then Duplessis' pressure started backing Strickland up, and then he started landing his punches.
Was there any 10-8 rounds?
Nah.
No 10. It was like 10-9, 10-9, 10.
It was 48-47.
Oh yeah.
48-47.
I was dozed the fuck. I was pissed, bro, because I wanted to see that fight. That was the fucking main event.
That was the only fight I wanted to see.
It was the fucking main event, bro. I fucking that fight before put me out, bro, and I just was dozing. I kept dozing in and out, and then I woke out, I heard Sean Strickland, Bruce Buffer. I was like, all right, let's go. And then the first minute, and then I just fall asleep, wake up again. It's the third round. I was like, oh shit. And then I'm like, don't fall asleep, fucking back. And then I wake up as the last minute of the 5th round, and Sean's just fucking. They're both bloody. Their faces all fucked up, and Sean's just swinging. I was like, oh shit. But then I watched the press conference, a little bit of it at least, and then at least I saw Dana White's part of it, and then it was just he said, "Fight of the night went to Sean Strickland." I was like, and Duplessis, and I was like, "Fuck, I missed a great fight." But it wasn't. Yeah. So I thought it was better than the other guy.
I thought what's his name? Tavares.
Yeah,
I thought that was gonna be.
But he was saying they didn't get it because Tavares missed weight.
that could factor in the decision.
That's
I'm
for
not
sure
sure
what it was because
Also, the prelims. Dana probably didn't even see that fight. Honestly, I feel like
you don't think he watched the prelims?
I don't know. Maybe he's too busy walking around the back, probably doing something beforehand. But
Yeah.
because if he would have seen it, I feel like
He would have gave him fight of the
Yeah,
night.
but
Well, you
Or at
can't
least some
win. You
money.
can't win fight of the night if you miss
miss
if you-
weight.
Yeah, you
Is
can't.
that a rule?
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
because one of the fighter like he had to give like 20 or 30% of his like
Purse, yeah.
and
Mhm.
stuff. So if you don't make weight but you deliver like the fight of the night, I mean you have to pay for it, like the fact that you didn't make the weight.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's
I feel like they've had even. I feel like they've done it before though.
Really?
Yeah.
Who? I can't think
Dana's
of it.
giving somebody money more. Well, it's always
Maybe
up
like
to
a
him.
locker room bonus. I
It's
don't
always
think.
up to him.
I don't think you can. Maybe I'm wrong. I would think. I'm assuming you cannot win fight of the night. But that sucks for the other person that did make weight. He
That's
probably. I'm for sure. He got
Nah,
a bonus for
I
sure.
think-
Like,
yeah, I
like
think-
a locker room bonus.
Yeah,
like
I
gave
think
him
you
some
can.
money.
Yeah. I think you can. It just depends. Dana's
because
the one who makes
that
the
was the
decisions.
real fight of the night. to be
Really?
honest.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
That was my. So that's why I was so angry when I was watching the press conference. I'm like, if that Tavares fight wasn't fight of the night, I missed a banger because I'm like, fuck.
It was still good. I mean, the main event was still a good fight.
Was
Like,
it still good?
It
Yeah.
was still good because you never knew. Like every punch could be the end of
Yeah.
something.
Anybody
and-
get rocked? Anybody get dropped?
No. But
and then it wasn't like, oh shit, Sean Strickland was fucking him up the whole fight. It was like
Back and forth.
back and forth. Like Duplessis was starting to land good kicks. He landed a head kick on Sean.
yeah, he
Like,
was
really?
like many times he
Yeah.
was setting up for it and he touched it.
Yeah.
But
he was doing good combinations.
I think the difference make like for the judges, it's like starting from the round 3, it was going forward, like starting coming more and more and more. Like you remember the fight he had against Whitaker?
Yeah.
The first round, he was doing shit, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
But on the second round, when he started to adjust, he
Mhm.
knocked him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was in one moment I was scared for Strickland that is gonna end up like this because that motherfucker was coming forward all the time, like big dude
Yeah.
like this, bro.
and
he was
he
even-
was swinging some shit. Like, he was
Yeah.
swinging hard. Like everything
Yeah,
was
bro.
loading up.
so
Duplessis.
weird.
He has a very strange style, but it
And
works
he's
for him.
like-
You know.
I don't know how this.
How you
stands,
fight
bro,
like
bro.
that? He has like the ugliest style, but it
That's
works.
crazy. Yeah.
It works. It's like the shit that everyone tells you not to do. He does it, but it works. So it's effective. I mean, you can't. I think when he first got in the UFC, everyone was like skeptical of him, and they're like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" But he got fast track. Not fast track. He earned it to to a title shot, but. I've never seen anyone with that like fights like that that's done that well.
He knock out Derek Brunson after he knock out like Whitaker.
Whitaker,
so,
Brunson submitted Till,
Yeah.
and he was kind of fucking up Till at one point in the first round. Yeah,
Nah,
so.
Till was
No,
fucking him up.
Till was fucking me up. Yeah.
I mean, no, like remember the first round when he had him up against the cage? He landed like 100 strikes before Till did anything. I mean, you know what I mean? I think as the fight led on, Till was getting his rhythm, but like the
No,
first
Till
round,
give up on that fight.
Yeah,
That's why he got
yeah, he submitted him, but like the first round, I remember Duplessis like got attempted a takedown. And he like held.
Held him up against the cage.
Darren
with a couple
against the
left
cage. He landed like 100 strikes. Darren Till was just like blocking, but then he kept taking him down. And then he eventually got that submission.
And as well, I think the takedowns from Duplessis during the fight because Sean didn't land anything.
Every time there was a minute left, he shot
was
for a
doing
takedown.
Yeah,
Did
and
he get
was-
any?
Yeah.
He would get him every time.
Oh, really?
Almost
Dude.
every time, yeah.
Wa-
But he would
he's
get back
slow.
up. He got back up.
He get back up, but at least he scored it. You know,
He scored a
So-
takedown.
He
Yeah.
scored it, yeah.
and he was like against the cage with him. So
Oh shit.
that's you know
It was literally every time there was a minute, he would
Yeah.
shoot. Every time there was
Really?
a minute, he would mix
just
it in the takedown.
just to
Damn.
make the score. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because
That's
he
smart.
knew that it was close fight and all this. So.
Mhm.
That's smart. That's smart.
No, he fought a good fight, bro. Like then, like towards the end when he started landing his punches, he had great combinations. He would finish his punches with kicks.
Yeah.
You know, then that's what you call out like as a coach. You're like finish with your kicks, and he would, you know,
Damn.
leg kick. Then,
Damn.
then
But the high kick was good.
the
landing.
high kick started
Yeah.
landing. Yeah.
Damn. South Africa, put him on the map. The
Now him
African
him
brother.
against Easy next.
him
Yeah,
against
and
Izzy.
he
You
said-
think?
yeah.
You think?
Yeah, he called him out. He called him
called
out.
out, and Easy takes something today like that.
That's the next thing. Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
story was like to his
Mhm.
destiny to
See who the real African is.
I think that's gonna be an interesting fight. I feel like Izzy could use his jab like Strickland did, and his straight.
It's a weird thing. I think
straight
Izzy could beat him.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Unless Duplessis does what he does, which is pressure.
Yeah, because
And-
he's pressuring.
Man.
That was one thing.
And
like,
I think I think Izzy is probably just the same as hard to take down as Strickland. Maybe a little bit better,
Yeah.
but they're about the same in like their takedown defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, alrighty. That's
Yeah.
that's it. And then our next pay-per-view would be UFC 298, which is February 17th. We have in the main event Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria,
I
co-main.
don't want to watch this.
Oh, co-main Robert Whitaker, Paul Acosta. Early predictions, JJ.
For which one? The both?
So let's go first. Robert Whitaker versus Paulo Costa.
Costa is not making weight.
If it happens, if that's a big if, yeah, because with Paulo Costa is a big if.
Yeah.
I got.
I don't know, bro.
Fuck, I don't know, bro.
It's been a while we didn't saw him like fight.
Yeah. And I'm going off of Whitaker's last fight.
It's early
which
prediction,
was-
early
which
prediction.
was against Duplessis, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go Costa. Honestly,
Yeah.
just
Really?
his forward pressure might be a little, maybe, but Whitaker's always good on his feet, so I don't know.
Alex.
I'm still with the Whitaker. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still with it. Even like I don't know, Costa. It's been a while. We didn't saw him, and the last fight like against Luke Rockhold was like.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Because if he doesn't pressure and keep him on the fence, Whitaker would just keep moving.
Remember his fight against against Vettori.
Actually, no, I'm going Whitaker because
Whitaker.
I just see his fights with Romero, and I don't think.
And
Both
he's got,
those
like,
fights with Romero and Costa were really good, though. Romero Costa and Whitaker
Romero
Costa, those
Costa
are
was
all
crazy.
good.
Yeah,
They're
that
all
was
good.
probably one of my favorite fights.
Those are fucking. Personally, I'm gonna go Robert Whitaker. I just think he has a lot more experience, a lot more co-main event experience. Paulo Costa's been in the main events, co-main events, all the thing. You know what I mean? But I just think Robert Whitaker is more well-rounded and is he's willing to fight. You know what I mean? He's in the pocket just like Paulo Costa is always willing to fight too. It's gonna be a great fight. I just think Robert Whitaker wants it more. You know, I think he really wants
That's
to
what
get
we'll
back to
see.
the top. So and he's just more
The
well-rounded.
main
to me.
event though,
Main event.
shit, I would
Volk
say
versus Topuria.
that's hard.
Early
bro.
predictions. I'm going fuck because Alex just fought recently, and he got knocked out. But it's some time. It's been like 4 months. He's recovered. He's definitely recovered. He's like, nah. I think Alex recovered. Alex is one of the most well-rounded fighters in the
Yes,
UFC's history.
That's right.
You know, I think that he's been in there with so many people. He's been in there with so many people. The way he trains, the people he trains with, and especially in the grappling development with how he fought Islam the first time. I'm gonna go Volk. I'm gonna go Volk with this one. Ilya I think, has the power to put him out because he's put out a lot of people. But
boxing.
Ilia Topuria is a motherfucker. He's a dangerous guy. He's undefeated. He's young. He's hungry. He comes forward. He fights.
For me,
but
it's too soon.
It's too soon?
After a knockout like this, too soon.
It's been 4 months though.
Bro, you saw the difference between Usman and
Yeah.
the first, and
Yeah.
after he was like what 6 months, 7 months,
Yeah, he's a little gun shy.
bro. Like after knockout like that, a lot of things change in your life. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
even if you think you're good and all this, bro,
Mentally, you're not there.
mentally, even if you think you're strong, you still have this
Mm-hmm.
again coming, and it was nasty because head kick and against the fence, and you see his.
It was
Head.
it was not in the fence. It was the chin. His chin was on
the
his
head.
knee,
Yeah,
and he's just like,
just boom, and
like
here
here.
on the top of the head and all this, and you saw his head going like this.
Yeah.
Bro. I was sad to see like Volk like this, bro. To
Yeah,
be honest,
yeah.
But
No, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. So, so you're gonna go Ilya?
to be honest, because of the timing and all this, I will say Ilya, but as a Volk fan and all this,
Yeah.
still with Volk.
Volk.
But
yeah.
like my smart things will say Ilya because Ilya is like young lion,
Yeah,
angry as fuck.
He's
bro,
ready.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I try to look at it like skill for skill and technique, and like yeah, Volkanovski is good, well-rounded everywhere.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
he has a hard time with combination punchers, um, especially if he's getting backed up. Because I remember watching him against Chad Mendes, and Chad Mendes almost knocked him out just with a couple combinations. He mixed in a combination in there through overhand right, and that's what Ilya's really good at is throwing combinations with his hands. And we'll see if how Alex reacts to it. And see if he could take his power because he's gonna. If Ilya, I think Ilya is gonna land something. He's that good.
Bro, his
And
boxing is really good.
So we'll see how Alex reacts. I don't think one shot is gonna knock Alex out. Honestly, maybe it's like something he doesn't see coming. Maybe that'll knock him out. But if he sees it coming, he's good enough to roll with it and stuff. But it has to be something where he doesn't see coming.
I was just gonna say like Ilya.
Can I see the
Oh, Ilya doesn't have like the power of a 55er, but I was gonna say that, but that's not true because Ilya fought at 55 and slept Ja Herbert in London.
He's got the power. He's definitely got power.
Yeah, and then so before the we can't. We don't have enough time. But yeah, Ian Gary's on that card versus Jeff Neal. We'll get to that one. Early predictions on that one. I'm gonna go, man. Jeff Neal is a spoiler, man. He spoils a lot of people's like. He's got some bricks in his hands, and he has I remember when he knocked out Mike Perry with that head kick, bro. Like Jeff Neal, people sleep on it. Actually, I don't really think people really sleep on him. He's really good. You still got Ian? I don't know. I'm still iffy about this one, man. I got to think about this a little bit more, man. As of right now, early, I think this could also. I don't know.
He's more calculated, I think.
more smart.
And
Jeff Neal is very calculated. He doesn't.
Jeff
He's not
Neal
like he doesn't brawl really.
Yeah.
He's like
he's the shorter guy, I think. The shorter guy, or he's got.
And he was doing well against Shakhmov, Romanov. You know what I mean?
Even Jan Gary last fight, not against Neil Magny, but the fight before, he get rocked by a guy who's not like really ran wrong.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not counting Neil.
You remember? Okay, Ian. He was losing really badly up until like is that the guy you're talking about? I forget his name. He was a black guy. And then Ian ended up knocking him out at the last second. It was like one of his first fights in the UFC.
No, I'm not talking about that one. The one just before Neil Magny.
Mm.
And like he knocked him out
Arichi
with
Lang, maybe?
Step back and the two.
Yeah.
But just before he get rocked, like he fall like this, like.
Oh yeah, I remember. He's like
he fall and then everybody was like, yeah, the fight is over, but I don't know how he recover.
Yeah. No, he's a dog, man.
Bro,
Ian Gary fights.
Neil, bro, if you touch because
true that.
Because Shavkat had a hard time with him. Like
that's what I was saying. Yeah, like he did really well against Shavkat. So I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is our predictions and the immediate reactions to UFC 297. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a like on the Spotify, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Thank you to our new sponsors, Flow State Coffee. Flow State Coffee is a performance coffee with ingredients that give you a deeper focus, better mood, and it lowers caffeine-related anxiety so you don't get any jitters or shake. It's coffee made to get shit done.
Be sure to use discount code DEFY, DEFY at checkout for 10% off all sales.